It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features Kyron Williams. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the Chargers and the Buccaneers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they have certainly got it rolling of late, winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within 1 quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I'm sure after he caught the ball and looked up, he thought to himself, uh-oh, trying to find some space, trying to make people miss. But a swarm of defenders were there, and they dropped him behind the line of scrimmage.
First run now for Kyron Williams. He's got it to the 43 here. The numbers for Williams a week ago, 19 carries, 54 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
A short throw pulled in by Bellinger, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Here is 3rd down and 4. Here's Goff. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. A give to Williams, running right. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3, ball on the 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
Now Goff. Touchdown! James Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And You see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their rookie QB, the young man out of Oregon.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now a man who tore up the Packers in the NFC title game a few years back. It's Raheem Mostert. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, the numbers for Mostert a week ago, 20 carries, 68 yards.
Well, partner, we've watched as they've reached 2 wins, 3 wins, 4, and then 5. And we kept questioning each week, how long can they keep this streak going? This team is rolling, and having someone like this who can really set the tone for your offense week in and week out is a big part of why they've been unbeatable as of late.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Nix. And that is incomplete.
That was the first third-down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third-down throws.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
A shotgun snap for Goff. A short throw to Musgrave. He's got space past the 25. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the counter, here's Williams. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. The Chargers hit 9-4 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. They'll find Ayuk open right side. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Goff. And Cook has it, left side. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Here's Goff. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Jake Moody for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bucs offense and receiver Gabe Davis getting set for their next drive. And he's putting together some kind of campaign. Currently 2nd in the NFL in touchdown receptions among wideouts. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So out come the Chargers. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. Into the hands of London. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they played really well in a win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Goff. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down.
Defense.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Cook up the gut. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Cook is not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a yard down to the 3. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Goff now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll run right side with Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. To throw is Nix. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Nix to the air. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. Only 3 there on the screen and 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Throwing Nix. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 43. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A good effort there from Javon Dexter. He drops him behind the line. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now it's Nix. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this 1st half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw is Goff. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And all the way in for the Charger touchdown. Luke Musgrave, 41 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now Moody for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the way. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Gabriel Davis, 69 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. Nick Folk for the point after. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Back to throw, Goff. Got his man, it's Williams. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Goff now looking to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Out now is a punter, Jordan Stout. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. The Buccaneers offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Throwing to start the drive. Nix caught right side. Davis. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
He's across midfield. And down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 52 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. They'll go play action with Nix. And this is caught For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
On for the extra point is Folk. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Goff. He's got his man London right side. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked,
he's got a man, complete. Now he's into the clear again, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Gabriel Davis on his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Buccaneers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. Now Folk for the extra point. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now Goff. A short throw to Musgrave. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He'll wind up getting just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down. Here's Goff. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. From the gun, here's Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line.
And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Again, Goff. A short throw to Musgrave. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Goff now looks to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Bucs are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Gabe Davis and the offense getting the football back here. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback to run it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. Here's Nix. Forced out to his left. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. The final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. From there, we're off to check out another game. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Chris Godwin, a touchdown catch in the victory. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Buccaneers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. More from L.A. in a moment. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Nix. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that is incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
To throw. Here's Nix. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 49 yards. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Nix to throw again. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Curtis Samuel from 19 yards away. And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. On for the extra point is Folk. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chargers offense and running back James Cook heading onto the field. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the gun, they give it to Corum. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one up.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. That's to the tight end, Musgrave. Just a gain of a couple there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Goff. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Nix to the air. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. A turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. 2nd and 10. Throwing Nix. Here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They set a load a big way there, but lost double-digit yards on that sack.
Now 3rd down and very long. To throw is Nix. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And they have had problems getting the running game in gear as we look through some of their attempts from earlier. They have just not been able to match the physicality that this defense has shown, and their lack of success on the ground is a direct reflection of that. The Charger drive about to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Well, this offense and their wideout headed back onto the field. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A run with Mostert up the middle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Quick throw there is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now it's Nix. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as they'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. The Chargers offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him. And he'll look to keep it rolling right here. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Cook again. 45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
It's the loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Left side, Cook. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. More from L.A. in a moment. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Goff now to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC. The current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wild card teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Gabe Davis and the offense getting the football back here. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, send him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Nix got his man. It's Warren. Oh, no, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Back to throw. Goff. Williams brings it in. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, 54 yards. And the Chargers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for 2. Goff looking to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be fourth down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He's been terrific so far. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Goff now looking to throw. Over the middle, caught by London. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start, offense.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. To throw is Goff. That's complete out left. And a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Gabe Davis and the offense getting the football back here. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good, and I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because you know the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. Operating from the gun, Nix. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw, Nix. And now another one thrown incomplete.
When you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Bellinger hauls it in out left side. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 32-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Goff. A short throw to Musgrave. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A design run here for Ayuk. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
But not a big gain with that play. But what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And the tight end is certainly in position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
So no gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Over the middle and complete to Addison. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And some room to work. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go with Mostert. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 30. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Down to a knee, and the defense, they can't stop that clock. A couple more of those, and it's going to be victory. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So here's Nick Folk in an important spot. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And this one is right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for Tampa Bay, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.